setting our intention for this coming practice to open up, loosen up the body, releasing tension, physical tension, emotional, psychological tension through some nice, spiraling, gentle, flowing movements and some stretching. In this set, we're going to focus actually a little more on some stretching movements. So before we begin, let's just come into the body and come into the breath. Feel yourself rooted into the ground. Feel yourself nice and tall, get relaxed. Take an exhale. Let's just take a couple nice diaphragmatic breaths, focusing on these nice qualities of slow, deep, smooth, and soft breathing. So the diaphragm engages, coming up. Exhale, feeling of letting go. You inhale, belly swells, body expands laterally, upper back and chest, and release. Let's take one more nice breath and release. So this first movement is called bow and arrow. We'll be simulating shooting a bow and arrow to both sides. It's a 2-breath practice. So what we do, we're going to sink down a bit into the feet, bend the knees a bit. We inhale, we stretch up, we cross at the wrists. We exhale, bring the hands down to the center of the chest, the heart center. I'm going to go to my right. You could do the mirror me and go to the left. Doesn't matter, go the same as me. So you're going to, as if you're pulling the bow, these 2 fingers are simulating an arrow. Have a focus point, like if there's a target you're shooting at. Sink into your posture a bit more. Get a little, feel that in your legs. You pull, feel the distance between this elbow and the arrow, and release. You come down. Inhale, we stretch. Cross at the wrists. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, we pull the bow. Exhale, release, you shoot the arrow. We're going to do 2 more times each side. So inhale and rise, creating space through the whole torso. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, we pull the bow. Exhale, we shoot the arrow. Sink and rise. Sink, pull the bow. Release and shoot the arrow. 1 more each side. Really create space. Feel the spine elongate through the back, through the neck, through the crown. Exhale, relax, but feeling still very tall, aligned, and majestic. Pull the bow. Release and shoot the arrow. Do 1 more. Crossing at the wrists. Coming down. And release. The next one we're going to do is a forward fold. Now, most people get used to doing this movement. Focus on the hamstrings. We will get a nice hamstring stretch, but we're also focusing very much on the lower back. Make your stance wider than shoulders, wider than you're used to. As we come down, we're just folding at the hips, so we're not going fast. And you want to feel like as if you're just releasing, as if you had like a stack of building blocks and you're taking them off from the top one by one. So coming down very slow. As you come closer to the ground, you're going to find resistance somewhere in the lower back. And we're not going to try to go deeper through effort or because we have loose hamstrings and you're flexible. The point is we go deeper through relaxation. So come here, as you see my hands aren't touching. Take your inhale, exhale. So you come deeper through relaxation. Put your awareness, for me, I have a little bit of tightness in my lower right back. I put my attention there on the inhale. And on the exhale, I just soften that spot up. And I come a little deeper. Inhale and feel, exhale, release. So you're not moving on the inhale. You feel. And on the exhale, you just soften any bit of tightness through the lower back. And you'll just notice you come a little bit deeper every exhalation.
Just take one more breath here. Now coming back up, put your hands on your knees, and to protect the lower back, engage the core, tighten up your buttocks, and we're going to roll up very slowly, taking at least 5 or 6 breaths. Protect the lower back as if you're stacking the building blocks. You stack every vertebra right on top of the previous one. Coming up very slow, engage core, rolling up. Don't rush when you get high. Coming up the upper back, the shoulders, keeping the core engaged, the buttocks engaged, up the neck. Lastly comes the skull. And just counter pose. Let's roll the shoulders a few times, rolling the back. Arch in the back, rolling the shoulders. Oh, a little counter pose. And to finish up this set, we're going to do what they call the sky and earth. So what we're going to be doing is bringing up one hand. I'll go up to my left, the right hand down. So the upper hand, palm is up. Lower hand, the palm is down, leaning to the low hand side. We exhale, we come back down the middle. The hands meet around the sternum. Inhale, we stretch, slightly into the low hand side, as if this hand is kind of holding the head up, helping float the head. This hand pushing that foot into the earth. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Should feel a really nice stretch through the sides, opening up, raising of the crown, floating the head. I'm going to do 2 more on each side. One more each side. And relax. Bring it down. Just taking a nice breath or two. Finishing up this movement practice as we transition into our sitting breathwork and meditation. Coming into your seat, feeling nice and tall and relaxed. We're going to work with a counting practice. They call it 3-6-9. You're going to be breathing in for a count of 6. Hold the breath for a count of 3. Exhale for a count of 9. Hold the breath at the bottom of the exhale for a count of 3. What I'm going to recommend on the exhalation is to go count of 6 through the nose and 7, 8, 9 like a sigh through the mouth. We're going to do it 2 times where I'm going to count it off for us and then do 4 times on your own. So taking an exhale, starting with your exhale, empty out, in, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, hold, 1, 2, 3, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, hold, 2, 3, and do 4 on your own. Stay with the breath. Last one. And you can let go of the counting. The focus now will just be on the exhale. So you're just going to inhale. Don't worry about it. Don't think about being perfect. Breathing in through the nose. And as you exhale, draw out the exhale nice and long. Start maybe through the nose again, and then make the exhale through the mouth. And almost it keeps on going when you feel like there's absolutely nothing left to breathe out. And a feeling of just dissolving with the out breath. So if you're just falling off a cliff, dropping into open space. We're going to do this for 3 more breaths. Inhale. I'm going to inhale, nice and relaxed. Feel the body expand and open. Hold for just a second and then release. Once again, this feeling of just dropping, dissolving, connecting to just open, empty, spacious awareness. 2 more breaths like this. Inhale and expanding. Hold and just release. Dissolve. Empty space. 1 more breath like this. And relax. And bring to mind now something in your life, something that's causing you stress, anxiety, maybe a light feeling of depression or burnout, just some type of difficult emotional state. Look at what's the trigger, what's causing it. We're not trying to suppress it or forget about it because we're in our meditation. We're turning towards the difficult emotion. And we're going to work on applying those 4 foundational attitudes. So bring to your mind's eye this difficult emotion, the trigger, and apply this feeling of being non-judgmental. We're not judging ourselves for feeling this way. Bring in a quality of curiosity and humor. Noting when it arises, seemingly out of nowhere. Being curious about how it affects our way that we sit, maybe how we breathe. Once again, not judging, not getting annoyed. Being curious. How does this negative state affect our breathing? How does it affect the feeling in the body? Where does it arise from? And how does it dissipate, dissolve, and come back in? Just being curious. That light touch of humor. Applying the feeling of patience and trust in the process. Noting that just a short little meditation, it doesn't mean we're never going to feel this way again. But be patient that this slow medicine approach will work and create transformational changes. Being patient, trust. finally learning to let go. We turn towards this difficult emotion. We note it, the felt sensation of it, and we just let it go. If you want to time it with the breath, let it go on the exhales. Ride it out. If it comes back in on the next inhale, that's fine. Remember, just note it, be curious about it, non-judgmental, and ride it out, let it go. It's cultivating this quality of letting go be one of the most important qualities you bring into your life and practice. Noting, being with, and letting it go. You could use this practice anytime throughout your day on any situation.